Hi.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Maddie.
And in a previous video, we talked about a cruise from Reykjavik, Iceland to Boston and how much fun it was.
Yes.
Well, now we're going to tell you a little bit about our adventure when we were in Reykjavik and visited southern Iceland. And again, as I said in the previous video, Iceland was never on my radar. I figured I couldn't go there with Maddie. She's in a wheelchair. It's just too hard. Nothing is going to be accessible. And really...
And you were pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised, yes. Not that everything was perfect,
No.
but...
the world isn't perfect for accessibility, but we do our
made
best.
do. Yeah, we made do, and we had a phenomenal time.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you some of the things that we did, some things about the accessibility, and then you might decide you want to go to Iceland too, because we definitely want to go back, right?
Yes.
We did not spend nearly enough time there.
Nope.
Okay, so like I said, we went on a cruise, and I think the cruise started on Friday, and we flew into Reykjavik on Monday morning.
Yeah, because we spent about a week there, right?
Right. And we wanted to get in see as many things as we could. We found that the city is actually very accessible. Our first challenge was getting from the airport to the city, and it takes about 45 minutes. And there is a really good bus system or a van service that will take you from the airport to the city, but you have to be able to get into the van, and we weren't able to get Maddie into the van. So I contacted our hotel, and they suggested a private car service, which worked out well. Again, because Maddie is in a manual chair, I can put her in the car. We can fold up the wheelchair and be on our way.
With the power chair, it might be...
Power chair is a whole different animal.
It's a whole different animal.
So this is just our vantage point from being in a manual wheelchair.
Yeah.
So we got into the car. We actually had, because we had a lot of luggage, because we were going to be gone several weeks on the cruise. Yeah. So Maddie and I got into one car, and my husband got into another, and we took the wheelchair with us. He took all the luggage, and then we headed off to the city. And we found, I am not sure how I found this hotel. Just, again, I do a lot of research.
She does a lot of research.
Yeah, and I found it's called Center Hotels, here we go, Lagavager. Again, don't quote me on any pronunciations of anything, because I'm really bad.
Maybe just give them the spelling?
I think we will. We'll put the name up here. But it was a great hotel. She had a deluxe corner room with a city view, and it had a perfect bathroom, and we will show you pictures of the hotel and the bathroom. Plenty of room for 2 people, and it had a nice little spot where Maddie could pull up in her wheelchair, and they had a full glass window that she could look out on the city. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Breakfast was included, and there was an eatery attached to the hotel.
It was quite tasty.
Yes, it was very good. We ate there a lot, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So the name comes from, there's a lot of center hotels in Reykjavik. It's a chain, but the name comes from the street that it's on, and Lagavager.
Again, give them the spelling.
Street is a well-known shopping street. It's the main shopping street in Reykjavik. So we were at the one end of it, so we could just walk down the street, and part of it is pedestrians only. So, I mean, how many times did we go up and down that street? A lot. And they had lots of shops, and some Maddie could get in, some she couldn't because they had stairs.
It's okay. Mom looked around.
I would go in and hold up things in the window, or the shops are small, so Maddie could get in sometimes, but it was tight.
Or just surprise me with something.
Right, or it surprised you, so it was a wonderful street. They had eateries, they had, he said, shops. It's just the perfect place. If we went back, we would go there again.
Yes.
So the sidewalks were all accessible. Some of them had cutouts only on one side. So I remember at times we would be walking down the street and we couldn't get off. We would have to go out into the bike lane. That's where the cutout was. And go into the bike lane, cross the street. Of course, you gotta be careful of bicyclists.
Yeah.
And then get back on the sidewalk. But we never had any problem. We walked around the whole city.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we had no. I don't think we had any problem.
No problem. Which is again surprising to me, but pleasantly surprising.
Yeah.
We went. The restaurants are accessible. Again, some have stairs, some don't. But we found a wonderful Italian restaurant. Do you remember that really good restaurant?
Yes, it was like it wasn't, well, it was like a deli. I mean, the layout was more of a deli. Like,
really? The restaurant, the Italian restaurant that we went down the street to?
It was more of a, it looked more like it was more of a deli.
I think you were thinking of the restaurant in our hotel. This was actually an Italian restaurant that we went to and had delicious food. And it was a sit-down restaurant, table service.
Sorry, I must have been thinking about the deli one. That
no, but this one was called Grazie Trattoria. And it was, again, wonderful. It was right down the street from the hotel. We went to the Northern Lights Museum.
Yes, and that was amazing. I would highly recommend doing that. I mean, you learned about the history of like the different lights, and just you learn about it, kind of like the science of it. Yeah, it's really cool.
And in our other video, we talk about how we got to see the Northern Lights
and the different colors. It's pretty cool.
And there was actually a place where you could, in the museum, where you could sit down and
basically do a slideshow of the lights.
It wasn't a slideshow; it was actually a movie of, But it was really fun. It was completely dark. You just sat in there, and it was like a Northern Light show.
Comfy seats,
which was kind of a preview to our getting to see the Northern Lights, even though it was August when we were on our cruise ship. And in that video, I talked about our experience. I forgot to mention that we also saw them on the third night of the cruise.
Yeah. And they said, "Oh, you wouldn't see Northern Lights.
Yeah,
you wouldn't see puffins."
Yes, people kept telling us no puffins and no
they
Northern
were wrong.
Lights. Right, we got to see both, which was
it was really cool.
It was great.
Yeah.
We visited that huge church. Do you remember that huge church that we went to? And let me try to pronounce it. Hallgrímskirkja. Hallgrímskirkja.
I'm really surprised you're even pronouncing it well.
I'm not even sure I'm right, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful church, huge.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Again, that was, it was uphill, as I remember. But sidewalks, and we did it. Of course, Maddie is pushed, so it makes it easier to get around when you have to go up the hills. So we walked around the whole city in the harbor. We went to Flyover Iceland. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. It's way better than the one in Vegas.
Well, I think it's more extensive, but there is a Flyover Vegas. It's kind of
Flyover Iceland in Vegas,
yeah, Flyover Iceland. That's in Las Vegas,
but it's more authentic. It's really cool.
Yes, and it's kind of like if you've been to Disney. It's like soaring, where again I have to transfer Maddie from her chair into the seat, and then you're you go up and it's kind of like a
hang
3D
hang gliding
experience.
Hang gliding, basically. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we even got my husband to go, and he's afraid of heights, but he enjoyed himself, and the scenery is just magnificent.
Yeah, it's great.
Everywhere over Iceland. We went to the Magic Bar. They have a Magic Bar there.
Oh yeah,
not a Magic Ice.
Magic Ice Bar.
Magic Ice Bar, which is, and again, it was kind of weird because you walk into this clothing store, and you have to go down an escalator, or they have an elevator, and you go down in the elevator, and then it's downstairs, but everything is frozen. Everything is frozen. Even the cups are frozen.
You can save and let it go when you. I'm kidding.
Yeah. It would be like Elsa.
Yes.
In her ice castle. They give you these parkas, and it's cold, and you get a drink that's in a cup that's made of ice. Yeah. And they have all these ice sculptures. You didn't enjoy it as much as we did.
No, but
it was fun. It was something to do that you can say, I went to a Magic Ice Bar. And then again, that was right on the main street of Reykjavik, which is where our hotel was. And then you can see in this slide that we came out and we had this beautiful sunset. So we walked all over the place, and then we went on 2 tours when we were there. One was Iceland Unlimited, and remember that was the one where they had an accessible van.
Oh yeah, okay, that was the one where
you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Here's a picture of Maddie falling asleep.
Well, I was tired. It was,
you were back there,
I was warm. I was like,
Yeah, we had her all bundled up because she is a warm weather gal.
I may live in a cold place, but I'd rather.
Yeah. And again, it was summer there, and it was cold. I must say, did it ever rain when we were in Reykjavik? And actually in the city? It might have rained once, but just for a small amount of time.
That was, you didn't have rain.
We'll talk about the rain pants later. But anyway, Iceland Unlimited is a great company. They do regular tours, regular day trips, as well as accessible tours, day trips, and they have at least 7-day tours that people in wheelchairs can go on, and they will take you around Iceland. So I contacted them, and we were able to do a private tour. So we said, you can see that Maddie got in the van and she fell asleep.
Yep.
But we were able to go on the, was it Golden Circle Tour? Accessible Golden Circle Tour. And we went to the...
Gullfoss, right?
Yes, we did. We went to the Gullfoss waterfall, which was like the tundra. Here's the video. You will see...
Yeah, and I didn't get out.
You did. You went into the, the gift shop. Our guide...
That's right. I
took Maddie into the gift shop, and then they have a viewing area, and they sat there and they watched us as we... basically went, and the wind was blowing us, and you can see from the video it was horrible.
Ice blowing sideways.
Yeah, that's pretty much ice shards coming at you sideways.
Yeah,
but it was a beautiful waterfall. And then we had lunch in the big gift shop and cafe. And then we went to the geyser geothermal area.
The geyser was cool.
Which was very cool. I forgot how often it erupts, but again, it was very, very cool. And then there was the whole area. There were all these vents, and you can see just driving around Iceland all these vents of the volcanoes. And then we went to one other place. It was a Pingvellir National Park, which is very famous. It's where the continents are dividing. Again, we never got out there. I think because we were late or just Maddie couldn't. No, but they do have accessible. I don't know, but we never got out there. But the tour was so worth it. And we got to see a lot of Iceland.
Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah. So then the next day, we did take a lot of tours because we wanted to see as much as we could in the time that we were there. But the next day, we had a Tours by Locals tour of the south coast of Iceland. And it was a Jeep.
Oh,
but yes, Mike helped us, helped Maddie in.
Yeah, and he was amazing. Just lifted me in and out of the Jeep.
Yeah, I mean, big strapping young man. But it was great. We went to, and I'm just going to put the name up here because I'm not even going to try. It was a waterfall that was inside of a cave. So we parked, and a lot of the paths are little rocks or bigger rocks.
You need to have someone help.
Well, unless you have a power chair, but then you have to have transportation.
True.
But again, Maddie, he helped her into the Jeep. We went along, but he was very good about also making sure she got out, pulling her along these rocks.
And making sure I could see, too.
Making sure you could see. And she couldn't get inside the cave because we had to walk on slippery rocks to get in there.
You guys did that. I didn't. Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't have wanted.
But you went up to the entrance.
I did, yes.
So my cousin and I went in, and again, Mike furnished us with raincoats. And one of the suggestions was definitely wear rain pants.
Yeah, wear rain pants.
Yeah, we don't listen, do we?
Well,
no. Did you wear your rain pants?
I wore my rain pants. I was warm, and you were the one that was like...
Well, yeah, I had my rain pants. I just never put them on because I bought the ones that aren't stylish, the ones that go swoosh, 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 swoosh when you walk. But, Icelandic people wear the ones that you get at REI that look stylish, look like pants, and then they're rain pants.
Well,
but, no.
I mean,
yeah. Well, so none of us, all three of the other people did not have them on. And we got wet. We got real wet.
Well, hopefully we can find some stylish.
We're going to, but if we go back, we're going to find some good rain pants.
Because, I mean, as long as you're warm, I don't really care.
I wasn't warm.
No, I mean, as long as, well.
You were warm.
Yeah.
You were warm, and that's what was important. But, yeah, so this cave waterfall you went through, and again, here's some pictures. And then real close to that was another, and again, the name is going to pop up, another waterfall that, and we got Maddie out of the car, she went up and she could see it, but what you could do with this waterfall was walk behind it in the summertime. So we went, she stayed and she could watch us and see it, but the path around was pretty. I'm not even sure I would dare to do it again because the rocks were slippery, and but there were tons of people that were doing it, and there were stairs. So, but she could sit there and she could watch.
I like to just watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it's not possible to.
It was a beautiful waterfall. Yeah. Beautiful.
If it's not possible to do things mobility, I like to just watch.
Yeah, and you could just watch people
I made up a new
word,
mobility.
Mobility, yeah, you did. Mobility, I don't know.
Mobility.
Mobility.
Yeah, there you go.
Good word. Okay, and then we went to another one, Skogfoss. You remember that one? It's the one that came right to the ground. And it was hard to pull her up, but we did because of the rocks, and she couldn't get real close because again, you didn't need to get real close because it's huge. But that was a great waterfall.
Yeah.
Like I said, Iceland is filled with waterfalls. I forgot how many. I have it written down somewhere. I don't know how many, but waterfalls everywhere because of the glaciers. And then we were off to the Black Sand Beach. And again, there's a name for it, which I can't pronounce. But Black Sand Beach, Maddie, again, could not get out. And by this time, it was, again, raining. Sleet. That's a good word for it. Yeah, sleet.
Very
August,
sleety.
it's sleeting, and it was cold.
Very sleety.
So, and it was really, really, really rainy. So, sleet and rain. So we got out, and again, I take pictures, and videos so she can see everything.
Yay.
And we got out in the Black Sand Beach. It's a beautiful beach, but I think if I remember, it's the deadliest beach in the world.
Yes, because people don't make the best decisions.
Well, and it happened while we were there, is, it's just, ebb and flow. And then all of a sudden this rogue wave will just come up and it reach way up on shore. And if you're too close to the water, it will suck you under, and then there's some type of plate or something that will pull you under, and lots of people have died there. So our guide was really good about telling us, don't get too close to the water, and that was
at least. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful beach, lots of black sand and just rock formations, and then on the top of it were some puffins, and that has been Maddie's dream, to go to Iceland and see some puffins.
Puffins are absolutely adorable.
Yes. So I made several videos for you, but they were far away, and you could it's just like birds flying, but you couldn't really tell what they were.
Nope.
So we then left that beach and we went off to an overlook, which our guide said, you're going to see some puffins here.
Yeah.
So, again, it's sleeting sideways, cold. So we got Maddie out, and, the guys pulled her up this hill in the gravel.
It's very gravelly and rocky.
Yeah, there aren't any paved sidewalks.
Yeah, no, that's why you need some help.
Yeah, so they pulled her up, and we didn't see any puffins. Or I saw some puffins, but they were way down on a ledge. So that was disappointing, right?
Yes.
So a nice man came along, and he said, there's lots of puffins over on this other trail. So we told our guide that, and he said, yes, that was the last place I was going to take you to. So we got back in the Jeep, and we went over to this other area. And again, they really had to pull Maddie up because it's small black rocks that were very slippery.
Yeah.
And again, raining sideways.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And
I didn't pull you, they did.
Well, no. Poor Hank his wrist.
Oh, yeah. Hank kind of tweaked his wrist. But we got up there, and the people were so nice. The other people that were watching, they were like, oh, get out of the way, let this young lady look at the puffins. And they were probably 5 feet away. Just puffins and puffins.
And when one just stared at me, like after the others had left, it just stared at me. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was your dream came true.
Yeah, we'll be sure to include pictures.
Yeah, we'll show you some pictures of the puffins.
Yeah.
But we watched them for a while,
even
though
them.
Rain coming at us like this. So then we got back in the car.
We were probably out there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Oh, more, probably 10 to 15,
Cool.
It's just, she's all bundled up, and so, a rain jacket, waterproof rain jacket is definitely needed.
Rain jacket and pants.
Rain pants. So we left the Puffins, and then we were supposed to go to a glacier, but we wanted to get back into town because that was the night we were meeting up with our friends that were going to go on the cruise with us, and we were going to go out to dinner. So we didn't get a chance to go to the glacier, but we could have gone. I mean, I think we were gone for like 10 hours. It was a long day because
10
it's a long trek to get around.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know it was like all.
It was all day, and our guide was very nice. He stopped so we could see some Icelandic horses in the fields that were very pretty. So then we got back.
Yeah, Icelandic horses are absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm, they are. Mm-hmm. We got back into town, and then we went to dinner and got ready, and then the next day we left on our cruise. So we definitely want to go back and explore some more. We never got to the Blue Lagoon, which I have heard.
Blue Lagoon?
Blue Lagoon, yeah. The hot springs, yeah. Oh. It's huge. Okay. And I'd heard about it, and it's totally accessible. They have things, ramps to take you down. They have chairs to take you down. They have changing rooms. Yeah. Really, I asked you several times if you wanted to go, and you said no. Because you have to get wet. You have to get in the water. And again, then you got to get out.
Maybe that's why I said maybe that.
Yeah, if it involves water and she has to get out into the cold, she's...
I don't know. I mean, I just not that weather. I mean,
we all know that.
I'm not warm.
We know that by now. But anyway, yeah, if you're able to go, be sure to go to the Blue Lagoon. But it's just beautiful. Yeah. And again, we got so lucky because so many people said, yeah, you're not going to be able to see the Northern Lights
or puffins.
You're not going to see any puffins. They're gone out to sea.
So sometimes don't listen.
Don't listen. And just live your dream. And I do what you want to do.
I don't know when the puffins, like, technically when they leave.
I think the end of August. Yeah.
When they leave to get in the ocean.
Yeah, and they go and live in the ocean all winter. Sounds something like I would want to do, right?
Well, they have feathers. They're warm, so.
Yeah, but they're little tiny birds.
I know, but they're so cute.
Yeah. But anyway, so
they're so
we do recommend Reykjavik and Iceland.
Yes.
We loved it, loved it, and we would definitely go back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we will have other adventures to tell you about.
Yeah, don't worry, we got plenty more.
So, goodbye.